What's up, guys? So this is actually my first video ever in English. All my other videos on my other channel are in Japanese. If you want to check it out, it's called Shereflex, spelled exactly how it sounds, Sherflex. All right, let's get into this. Judging by the title, you guys already know. So today I'm going to be talking about how I pretty much became obsessed with Japan in general, and then also, I'm going to be talking about my first relationship ever with a Japanese girl and how it all started and everything. So, starting out, so my boy, if you're watching this, I fucking love you, man. My best friend ever in the whole world. His name's Naoki. He got me pretty hooked on Japan. He got me pretty obsessed with the culture. We've been friends for 10 years now. 10 years, since 7th grade, since I was 13. I'm 23 now. We've known each other for a minute. And so, yeah, so he's basically, his dad lives in Japan, and he wanted to go meet him. And he was trying to relearn Japanese at the time. And then he was trying to tell me to learn it with him, basically. And at the time, it was convenient because I wanted to learn a foreign language. I didn't know what language I wanted to learn. I didn't know what part of the world I wanted to live in. I just knew that I wanted to learn a new language. I've always been obsessed since I was a kid. Since I was like 10, I've been obsessed with like moving out and just completely, going to a different country, starting a new life and everything. And I just randomly picked Japan. My boy helped, he convinced me. He told me how great Japan was and everything. One day I remember we were talking on Skype. He was like, yo, I want to meet up with my dad again in Japan one day. You should learn Japanese with me. And then he sold me on the idea of Japan. Literally, he told me how fucking amazing it was. Told me everything about Japan. He's like, oh, they have karaoke, onsen, anime, blah, 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 all that, all that good stuff. Pretty much like the stuff about Japan that like everybody likes, everyone knows a lot about. So literally he got me hooked on that, and I'm just like, whoa, like this seems so cool. And then he showed me some videos of Japan and like how cool it was and everything. I'm just like, fuck, I love this. This is so cool. Like, I want to visit one day. And fast forward, that same night, it was a night that we were talking on. And I remember I learned a few phrases. I memorized, a few simple basic phrases. The next day I went to his house, and we were just literally just watching anime all day, literally. And that's literally, I think that was like the first time I saw anime, and I was like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, what is this? Shit's dope. This is fucking sick. And like I kind of vaguely knew what anime was. Like growing up, I saw a little bit of Dragon Ball Z here and there, but I didn't know like that, anime was a specific Japanese writing, style of creating whatever, So I started watching it, and these animes, they weren't even like what I would want to watch now. They're just I don't even remember what it was. It was just it wasn't even like really, really good anime. It was just some basic anime, whatever. And I started watching, I'm like, oh, this shit's pretty dope. And what really hit me was I started seeing like anime girls. I know this sounds crazy. I was 16 at the time, and I had a lot of fantasies in my head or whatever, but I was just like, damn, these Japanese girls, like, they're so like they're literally perfect. They're like they're so amazing. Like, they're all like submissive and like cute and shy, and I'm just like, oh, like I have to learn Japanese now. And it got me even more pumped up and excited. And that whole day we were just watching anime, and I was memorizing little like phrases to learn Japanese with. And then my boy Naoki, he was like, yo, let's go, there's this website called it's called Japan Guide. Oh my god, this brings back so many memories. There used to be a feature on there called Pen Pals, and you would go on there, and like people would post like a little forum, and you would message them from the forum, and they would be like a self-introduction or something. And I remember we were messaging so many girls, you couldn't even see their face, because I mean, obviously that wasn't the point of it. Was like a language learning thing. It wasn't, it wasn't a dating app, but obviously that's what we try to use it for. And we messaged so many girls on there, Japan, Pen Pals, Japan Guide, whatever. And we asked for their Skype and we were trying to talk to them, and like at the time neither of us spoke, really good Japanese, and it was like we didn't even know what to say to them, and it was kind of awkward. I mean, my friend, I mean, he understood a good amount of Japanese, so he was mostly helping me out. He was telling me what they were saying and stuff, but yeah, we were talking to a lot of them, and I kind of started to notice the resemblance between anime and then like actual Japanese girls. I'm like, oh, it is kind of similar. Like I can kind of see it. Like they are a little bit, like they're a little bit quieter. They're a little bit like, they do kind of have that vibe. And then I was like getting even more excited. I'm like, oh no, I have to really learn Japanese now. And oh my God, fast forward a little bit, we were still throughout the next month or 2 months, we were just continuously just talking to different girls on what is it, Japan pen pals or whatever. And at the time, bro, oh my God, I think he showed me this anime. It was called Rosario Vampire, and oh my God, this anime, it's, it has some ecchi in it, some hentai or whatever, and it's the main character, super submissive, beta male, just like complete bitch male character, uh, bumps into this girl named Mocha on his bike, and his head lands in her like cleavage, and they kind of hit it off from there. Mocha was super, had this really innocent, cute Japanese girl vibe, and when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, like the way she was acting towards him, like she was like just so like feminine, delicate, like just like, oh my God, like this is like the most like perfect, ideal, like amazing image of a girl that I could possibly even imagine. I didn't even know girls were like that at the time when I was 16. I was like, this is like perfect, like oh my God, like so like submissive, and like just so feminine. It was just perfect. I don't know, like the way they act sometimes, like female anime characters, they just act so like so shy and feminine and nice and submit or whatever, you know what I mean. They have that like that kawaii, that cute vibe. And so I was watching this anime, and oh my God, I'm like, I need to find me a Mocha. That was the girl in the show, the female character. I was like, oh my God, I need to find myself someone exactly like her. I need someone exactly like her. And like when you make stupid, impulsive, desperate decisions in a short amount of time, shit hits the fan. Not everything goes the way you want it to, and then I was just messaging girls all day on what's it called, Japan Guide. Yeah, I was just messaging them all day on that website, and eventually there's this one that I message, and that's the girl that I ended up dating for for a while, 4 years or whatever. And I started messaging her, and we started talking like every single day, and I kind of noticed she did have that like that cute, that that kind of that anime-ish vibe. She kind of had that vibe, and I noticed that. I'm like, oh my God, I found my Mocha. And I was just getting so excited. I was like, oh my God, I finally found the real life version of this. And I mean, obviously that was far from the truth. You cannot here's the thing that I learned. You cannot like judge a person right when you like meet them, or you really have to get to know someone before you can make that assumption about someone. Like the girl that I dated, she had her own issues to deal with, her own problems to work out. She wasn't in the best state of mind, best mental state. And I mean, obviously, when you meet Japanese people for the first time, they try to act super nice, and like they try to get that like really sweet, I don't know, like that. They act extra like nice and submissive or whatever. I don't even know what it's called. They're very polite. I respect it. I really like it. There's something I really like about their culture. They act super, super nice, professional when you meet them, and I don't know. So we were talking for a bit. We were talking every day. I think fast forward 1 week, I started to tell her I liked her. She told me that she liked me back, and she even had that, like, that, that anime laugh, the the laugh, like you hear in animes. I'm like, oh my god, I was just getting so pumped up and excited over that. Oh my god, this is already 10 minutes. All right, I'm gonna make a part 2 of this.